using this tool to press it. Something similar to this to put it down in there. The design is a little bit difficult to work with because it just makes a mess. Very simply, just take some tape, fold it over on itself, and I gotta take this off camera, but give yourself a little bit of a ridge. I think the manufacturer should come up with something better than this, but it will make a big difference. If you don't have it, you can still do it. It's just really messy. So now you've got this little bit of a ridge here. Place for the hemp here. Keeping in mind this is all hemp. To make a hemp cigar using federally approved hemp products, all organic, grown in our backyard, so to speak. So let's fill this up. I try to do this without making too much of a mess and still stay on camera. We got this. Now you just need to fill it. Here's some examples of the hemp grown here right in Mission. Outdoor grow. Cured out to about 58, 62%. I do use these, 58%. I like these. 58% a little bit better than the higher ones. But that's just my preference. You use whatever you want. But let's get this off camera. And now here comes the part that's messy. I've already ground up some of this to use. Same hemp I had before, the smaller buds. You know, you're going to grind it up anyways. So now you're going to want to put the very first most important part in, which is the base, the part that you draw from. And you can see without this right here, that little piece of tape idea, it'd just be a mess all over. So you want to make sure you get it in there. You'll run across a couple small stems, but that's okay. It's a very chunky grind. I use a small coffee grinder. Normally I don't, but it does help. You just gotta be careful that you don't overgrind it. Get the first start in there. Then you'll be using a simple little tool here, which is just nothing more than a little press with a hole in it. You know, it does the job. Some people use straws. Straws work really good too to get pushed down and you started. And the first thing that happens is it pulls it out. So you want to make this very first part. As you can see what happened there when I push down in, it doesn't want to stay because that stickiness around this end builds up and it pulls right back out. So some very nice smelling hemp. So let me go through here and do this. Turn off the camera, probably edit out all this, but you get the idea. Put it down in there and then press it down in. But again, the most important part is this piece that you're going to draw from. You want to make sure that very first part is just as tight, pushed down as much as possible. It will be wrapped in the end with one of these hemp wraps, so everything here is within the 2018 Federal Farm Bill Act for hemp. Don't push all these down. Shake it. And again, without this piece right here, it's just a mess. Majority of the little stems, you could probably press down in there, because for the most part, when I'm making them for myself, it's chunkier. And some of those sticks just get pressed down in there. But for the most part, clean it out. Good. So I'm going to stop right there, fast forward, and get past this very first part so you don't have to watch all this. It's been about 30 minutes. The process is just about complete. Just wanted to show you how it looked at the very end. Now you won't touch these until tomorrow. I usually let them set for 24 hours. But one more time, Canagar Solutions. All of these are available online at our website here at Serenity Farmz. It's 100% hemp, tested by Greek League Labs in Michigan, state certified. If you're interested, visit us. Thank you. We're ready to roll one example. So let's just move these hemp buds out of the way. This little cigar out of the way. This one with the stick still needs to be pulled. We'll get to that later. This one right here. Keeping in mind, this is all available on our website here, Serenity Farmz. Everything's 100% legal, everything's state tested, and I pay all my fees and all my licenses. So, folks, try the hemp. I think you'll enjoy it. So let's push this out of the way, show you how quick this is, or how slow it is. Take one paper here, curl side in, the rough side, shiny side on the outside. You always want the point pushing out this way, just a matter of consistency. You'll understand why if you don't. Try to get it balanced just about even. I try to have a little bit extra on this end so that I can push just a little bit more of that resin, a shatter, hash oil. It's got so many names, but this stuff here. It's hand pressed, once again, absolutely no chemicals, 0, 0, 0. So what you're going to want to do is roll that up here. Now, with this right here, you know, it's just so much easier. Just get a little thing of distilled water. Everybody's got a bottle of water around. Yes, you could lick it, but, you know, just let's say after you do about 1 or 2 of these, you'll understand why. Do it however you want, but roll it tight. Now, it's going to appear to be loose, but it's not. As it dries, as the paper dries, it'll constrict down in there and be a real fine finish. What you just got to make sure is you use as little water as possible and get it to lay down best you can. Now, as you can see here, the pointed end and this end. The pointed end always has a smoking end, and if you watched our earlier videos, you can see that this end, when I first press it down with the press, this particular tool here, I always press extra hard so that this tip part that you draw through is solid. So now once it's on there, it's kind of formed. Try to wipe off some of that water, just even it out. Now what's going to happen is, since it just came out of this press, it's going to expand. So as soon as you get out of the press, the quicker you can wrap this, the better off you are. Because when you take it out of this press, put it in here, put the wrap on it, it will expand against the wrap and make it even tighter, so that when it gets completely dry, this is only a couple hours, but by tomorrow morning it's just drum tight. So there you go. Now what you can do next is, when you have one of these, and I'll just show you to you in this step, set this over here and let that one dry. We're going to take this one right here as an example, and as you can see, somewhere right in here there's a little bit of a gap, and I like that gap because that allows you to take a piece of, once again, it's the CBD shatter, 0 chemicals. A little bit hard to do one-handed like that and hold it right in the center of this camera so it stays somewhat focused. But you take a small piece and you try to roll it down to like a pencil lead, and then push part of it in there best you can. Now, I have a little extra on there, and you could pull it off if you wanted, but you know, I think we're going to try to do that. Do that. Do that. Now that's a healthy chunk of straight CBD. But what you want to do is, once you push that down in there, the trick to this, and don't forget this trick, is to reopen that hole up ever so slightly. And it's not like a typical marijuana joint where you hot box it and get it flaming up. This is smoked more like a cigar. Slow draws. Let this melt and slowly pull it into that. You'll be able to see it coming down this way as it comes on the outside. It'll soak through. Give it 30 seconds. Give it a minute. Take your time with it a little bit, and that oil will saturate down through here and slowly be drawn down to the end. So there you have it. That's what it looks like when it's finished. Sorry if I moved around on the screen. But one more time, these are Cigars, hemp Cigars. I think we sell them for like $5 each. Visit us on our website. Once again, thank you very much. And last but not least, please get a Zippo lighter. Everyone should have a Zippo lighter.